people of the World Wide Web. So this is Cypher Sigma Toys and welcome to the channel. Welcome to this video. Hopefully it does well. So people who will know, who follow the channel, obviously this has been going 2 years now. So yes, 2 years. Thank you all for subscribing and following. So recently you'll see I've been making space, so changing stuff around, and the consequences of that, I now have a nice clean toy room. So this will be a basically walk around tour to show you all the figures that I've got and kind of how I've assembled stuff, and hopefully it will go to plan. Hopefully you enjoy the video. So I'm going to get into it. If you like my content or you're interested, please do click the subscribe button or the like button, or even if you want to comment, I do appreciate it. Otherwise, let's get into it. So here we are in the toy room of all of its glory. Now, one thing, just anybody who maybe OCD, I wouldn't say I'm OCD clean, but if you can see, just the whole floor is so clean and tidy and everything. Let me put the light on so we can see. So we shall start off here. So anybody who hasn't seen Image House, this is the Mighty Ducks collection. So I have them in waves. It's not the neatest, but we start off with obviously wave 1 with a few knockoffs there, some spare bits there for trade, into wave 2, then to wave 3, to the Spy Squad, I think it is, at wave 4, and then the final wave on here with the Duck Cycles. Below this we have kind of a Warner Brothers animated section. So, you know, Disney, any kind of toy thing, that I just lined them all up. I will get some shelving or something in here in time to make space. We have Ben 10 here. So everything Ben 10 related. Let's just move Gwen here, and Grey Matter has fallen over. I have a few Grey Matters. The reason kind of for putting this together is so I can see what I have, because they're all over the place, and then if there's excess stuff. Then we have my Visionaries. So these are the Spectral Knights. So these got 3 are complete. Witherquick is missing his weapon that is on my list. You have Ektal Air, he's also missing his weapon, and so is Feral. The Darkling Lords we have with a little golem. Most of these are complete except for Lexor, so he hasn't got his weapon, and Mordred in the back. I haven't got a Recon because he's so expensive, and you can kind of see the Dagger Assault, sorry, sits in the back. Below this we have some Street Sharks, and then we move along there to more Street Sharks. And this is kind of then my dinosaur one. So we have a T-Rex from Dino Riders with Krulon and some of his guys, a Jurassic Park dinosaurs at either side. And then we have obviously the Spinosaurus from Jurassic Park 3, and then some more, then Alan and that, and then some of Questar and his team. So that is all that makes up. So then we start off in the corner. So hiding very much in the back is Fort Maximus, because I have no space to stick him. We do have 2 Marvel Legends at the top, and then Serpentor here. Serpentor sits there because he is flying high as a general. A few Marvel Pops across the top. But here we have is basically all my classifieds together. This is the breakpoint. So Heroes, G.I. Joe, Cobra, that side with obviously the Dreadnoks in the front, and then Destro and the Baroness here with the attack bubble. Obviously then we go up, this is kind of the DC section, so you obviously have Batman, the Future in there, Etrigan, obviously Green Lanterns, some small figures with a fallen over Robin, very nice Hot Wheels that AJ gave me out the packaging, some older Justice League ones there, and then we have some newer ones. Again, this kind of needs to be sorted out. I am stuck with space issues. So John Cena, you can't see him. A few pops there just with the rings. And then like a little Joker I got for Christmas, and obviously a few Builder figures there. Obviously King Shark missing his legs. Then we go down to this figure. So this is just kind of the different medias. So we have Charlie from Lost, Sylar from Heroes, Sheva from the game Resident Evil, and then we have the Hardy Boys from wrestling, and then Mario and Sonic, and then just Mighty Max. obviously with a little Max Aaron here. Still need a few figures from that section. This is kind of Super 7-ish. So we have a Marvel Select Blade here. We have Steelheart, Quicksilver from the Super 7 Silverhawks line. And then we have Buzzsaw the Bad Guy. These obviously you see I got those two for 3500. And then we have Ramen Toys is Marshall. Then we have Beast Wars. So this is the Transformers section there. So we have some Optimus Prime and Cheetah and Rat Trap there. And then we have a folly of all the other figures in their prime and glory. And then we also have, obviously, Rise of the Beasts. You'll see the figures at the back. I have a lot of them. Not all of them so far. And then a few of ones I picked him up for a tenner. And then obviously we have Danger Mouse. Sliding down here, there is the two other figures that I have on the floor. Some statues. So, as you all spiral down a Star Wars figure. I'm not massively into Star Wars. That's why I don't have many. And we have, obviously, Green Goblin and Venom figures. Sabretooth and Deadpool. Flash running in the corner there. Wolverine. So these are the two figures that I still have to put up and do. They hang from the ceiling, so I just have to find a place for them. And a few scattered loose masks. But then we zoom out, and this is every mask figure I have. Almost all complete. I'm just missing a windscreen from Condor, an arm bit from Thunderhawk, Stinger's missing exhaust and a cannon, and then Bulldog is missing a vent and a mask for the guy. And then everything I have here is more or less complete, except for the one bit I'm missing from Boulder Hill as well. Let me come up to kind of my ensemble Transformers. So we have, obviously, Optimus Prime from RID 2001. Then a very big Grimlock and Swoop there, with obviously my Leo Prime that I got for Christmas. And then the Tyrion, is it? I can never remember this guy's name. So I managed to get this for 50 quid when it's come out, when it was reduced in Smith Toys years ago. They've just announced the black version. But I mean, if I have my hands here and far away, you see how big the guy actually is. Massive. Right. Then we open and we go to Masters of the Universe. So I've combined all this now. So as you'll see, I have the post of the new figure with the animated versions of He-Man and Cringer. Then we have the 2000X Snake Man, He-Man. Obviously that's from the Masterverse layer. I think that was like Caveman or Viking He-Man. And then most of it's 2000X, except of obviously Lee's two characters and obviously Masterverse there. Then we go down, and this is the section, again, 2000X. These are all the Masters except for Roboto. He is a Masterverse one. And obviously Orko, who is from the animated series from Netflix, the kiddie one. Again, we go down. Obviously, apart from Scareglow, who's Masterverse, all these are 2000X as well. And we go down to the bottom, and this is like Hordak. We have Masterverse Skeletor in the middle, and then we have Hordak at the side, and the Snake Men. And then from the New Adventures of He-Man, we have Sludge Head, who I got near the end. He was in my top 10. So that is everything that I have for Masters of the Universe. Then we carry on with Transformers there. So we have the Combinicon. So this is Autobots. The sides, so we start with Skylynx and obviously Trax. And then we have Donald Duck Transformer just thrown in there. Computron, I think that's Computron, sorry. I can never remember which one's which. So let's take you back in and we'll zoom a little bit in. So then you obviously have the Junkians sitting at the front, Skyfire, Blaster Lynn. This is kind of the movie-esque heroes all together. Obviously cleared up a bit of space because I moved stuff around. We have a massive Optimus Prime, Hounds, Prowl, Ironhide, all the original ones from like G1. Then this leads into the Headmasters. So if anybody watched the cartoons, this is how the cartoon kind of ended in the TV series. I had the VHS of the last three and I watched it to death. And then obviously as we lead around, we get more into the movie side of things. So the Quintessons and the Sharkticons and Scourge. and then Bomnus in the back, and then we have Galvatron as we move back out. Predaking sits over him, and then we have Megatron in all his glory sitting on his throne with Soundwave and that, and then Skybite just hitting behind Devastator, and then obviously a lot of Insecticons. So below this we then have Transformers Animated, so this is all the heroes from the line that were released. More or less I have mostly everything except the alternate colours. Really great line. The toy ball drops do pop out. Then obviously we go over to the villain side of things. Again, all except this guy is obviously later Transformers. Obviously the 2 lightning bolts, these are from a special set from Megatron for his cannon that go up there. Then I have my bots just littered around there. I'm not sure what I'm exactly going to do with those. Then obviously, as you've seen, I've got into Beast Box 52. So these are Amazon type figures that you can buy from China, and they transform from a box into these ones. So we have the penguins, the bear and the baby bear, the rhino, and then obviously the original starter kit. Sorry. Let me come back up here. So this is kind of the ensemble of these 2 are from the games. These 3, sorry, are for the games. These are from the movie figures. These figures, or specifically these 2 and a few other ones, are these 2 are what I had as a kid that have still survived. This one I picked up TK Maxx. This is a special edition Blur. I have another copy. This one is from Beast Machines. Kind of I picked up random ones, and these are all more or less from my childhood as well. Then we go into this side of things. So this is where my spare Dinobots, so I think they're called EX Legends or EX League, something like that. I bought all 5 original ones of these. Cool. These come with their weapons that transform. So these guys all transform into weapons. A few little ones from later series. And then we have, was it Prime, I think was the latest series where these come from. I quite like the designs, so I managed to pick a load of these up from a guy for not much money. And then we have what my wife has more or less bought me over the time with the McDonald's Transformers, if you remember these from Happy Meals back in the day. So then this takes us down to here. So we have the movie Megazord from Power Rangers. And then on the side, these are basically my morphers that I have. So obviously we had the original Morpher, then we have Time Force, Wild Force, Ninja Storm, Dino Fury, SPD, Mystic Force, Mega Force, Dino Fury, but this is the Japanese one, sorry, Super Mega Force, I think. And this is Samurai. This is one of my favourite ones. So this is a Morpher, but it also is a pen, and then that sword also came with it. And then you have the I can't remember. So this is one of the Sentai versions that you never got. So this is kind of what Dino Fury ended in, but still cool. So let me get into, apart from the little Rumble figure that I have there with a few loose bits. So then we have the Super Sentai series. Sorry if I forget the names, I'll try and pop these on the screen. So these are basically crystal formed. This was a great series. This is one of the earliest series I got into. And obviously he's quite cool. They trains and they kind of link all in together. And obviously I've got these toys with figures, candy, sorry. And you have the little crystal ones. For some reason, apologies, I cannot remember. So then we go to Power Rangers. As you can see, I have a lot. So we have some kind of random stuff there with the White Tiger. We have Serpent Terror with Lord Zed. I think the Skyflyer from Time Force, and then a Space Villain. And then we have the Red Thunder Sword. I kind of tried to do it as series go on. So this is obviously Mighty Morphin. You have the Dragon Sword and the Soul of Jokuken Megazords. Then we have kind of the ninja versions that they have with a little bit there and the warrior wheel behind with some spare heads for the Megazords. Then we had Turbo, which is obviously where the second movie came in, and Lost Galaxy in Space, which led to Lost Galaxy down here. Obviously we have all the pops of the Power Rangers with Rita, Zed, Alpha, and then obviously the coins for the Morpher in front. Then we have 2 of the main robots for SPD with Goldar, who's the Lightning Collection. Time Force with the villain there. Then this is kind of an ensemble, so we have Tor, the Shuttle Zord. We do have the train Zord from not SPD, sorry, Lightspeed Rescue. This is from Zyuohger, so this is the massive Megazord that you got from the Super Sentai series. It's all blocks, as you see. They all break off into little transformers, little creatures. And then obviously the classic one where the Power Rangers would ride in there. And then a few little odd bits. Above them, obviously this sits my villain shelf. So we have Scorpina Eye Guy, Pudgy Pig, King Sphinx, one of the birds from the movie, and I can't remember that guy's name. Then we have, obviously around here, we have some of the bigger swords throughout the different movie eras. Obviously, just because I struggle with space. Then most of this is done into the series. So this is Wild Force. So this is Wild Force 1 with Animus. Mostly complete, still missing a few bits, but it's acceptable there. And a Gur pop vinyl, if you know, from Invader Zim. Then we have Wild Force Part 2. So this is obviously Predaking and the Isis Megazord, which obviously not acceptable now. Ninja Storm. So most of them still missing the front pincers to this Zord, but it does combine, and obviously a few people have fallen over, so let's just correct this while I'm here. Then we have Dino Fury. I think it's, apologies if I get this set. Obviously there are lights, but I won't put them on at this time. Then we have SPD. So this is the dog back in there. Then we have the squad one and the main Zord, obviously riding the bike, all complete. Mystic Force. Obviously got both centaurs, just missing one little horn from there. And then obviously I got the Gashapon figures in the front. Then this is where I started to go Sentai. So this is Operation Overdrive. But obviously the Japanese version, so I've got both of these. These are quite cool Zords, far better than the American versions. Then Jungle Fury, probably my favourite intro. Again, these are all Sentai as well. Obviously the White Ranger doesn't obviously want to stand up half the time. Let's rest him against. Obviously this is his mentor in the Japanese, not in the American version. This would be Go-Onja or RPM, but I don't have any figures. So this is kind of anything that was Saban crossed over. So we have Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad, VR Troopers, Big Bad Beetleborgs, and Carmen Mask Rider. All in there. Then we have Samurai. So most of those Zords there. Mega Force with a load of the keys. So go down there. Super Mega Force. Oh no, this is another Dino. I get all the Dino ones. So yeah, kind of shoved them all in here. Then obviously we have Beast Morphers. Obviously this was the set where you could get all the figures. And then these are the Japanese versions, not the American versions that came out. The dinosaurs for the last these are Dino Fury, sorry, part 1 and part 2. All of those, even the movie version that we didn't get. So this guy's movie version. Then obviously this was the final series of Dino Fury. We had these. This is all shoved in there because there's just not enough for the space. I need to sort that out. So apologies if that was not done. Then obviously if you're a fan of Kid Robot, which is plastic little teddies, you have these. So I have South Park going across here, and then obviously Family Guy. And then just a few expensive-ish pops, or movie pops that I've had that kind of come around here. This then brings you to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So the 2014 movie, there's the villains in the back. The TV series had the space ones. That's the next mutation, or the latest mutation, Raphael, that AJ gifted me. NECA Zombie Raphael, the Super 7 ones. I got the ones below are my sister and brother-in-law got me for Christmas. So you have obviously them there. They're quite cool, different designs. Then you have NECA Raph, obviously the Image, Mirage style turtles originally, with a few villains in the back and then a few pops there. Then we come down here, and apart from Chip Hazard from Small Soldiers, this is all NECA turtles, obviously from movie 2, moving over to movie 1 with Casey at the back, of Signs, Kevin Smith in action figure. Then we go over to here to my movie 3. So you have the NECA movie 3 turtles there, just a load of foot soldiers from the 88 toy line, and then most of the figures from the movie 3 line. This then brings you down to Nickelodeon turtles. So this is every single figure I have from line. Not all of them. There is a few more I want, but not many, as you can see. I'm quite close. Then this is every single 88 figure that Scratch the Cat and thought it was a gift from Rob from the Bounty Bunch. It was very nice of him. It is unfortunately a fake, but still nice to have. Raph's just missing his size, I say, and there's a few figures I do want to get. And then down here is just an ensemble from the movie, and then obviously Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Coming across the shelf, we have kind of a sci-fi era there. So Wolf from Star Trek, and then we have 3 Babylon 5 figures that I picked up quite cheap. Marcus, obviously Jakar, and Delenn. Then this takes you up into the movie section, so we have Small Soldiers, then the Warriors of Virtue there. Then it's down to the Ghostbusters with a bit of Lego thrown in. More Ghostbusters and some Muppets. And then this brings you down, as you can see, Alf, Wallace and Gromit, Kong, Atreides from Dune, obviously Biff, obviously a lot of movies. You have the Robin Hood movie figures, Stargate movie figures, Last Action Hero movie figures, Terminator 2 movie figures, Super Mario, The Shadow, Gremlins. I quite like him because he's got hair similar to me. And then obviously you have Disney Infinity figures of Tron, the Iron Giants, and then a DeLorean. And then we have my in-action figures from Kevin Smith, the Golgothan, Poop Monster. I would like to get a few more of these, but they have started to come. And then obviously the number plate that my sister got me. And then down on the floor we have Ted riding in Ecto 1, a crab from Avatar 2, and then my favourite movie, The Crow. We'll go down the bottom actually. So this is my 2000X Thundercats section. So that is most of the figures I have, mostly complete, except for Mum Roz missing some bits. So this is quite bare. So this is the Thunderbolts comic team. Obviously the movie comes out soon, so there will be more of that, and this is associated. So these characters have all been in the comic line of them, including obviously a few of the characters from the TV series that will be in the movie there in the back, Zemo hopefully. This then leads to a blank space, so you've got something to fit in there. And then you've got my Extreme Dinosaurs with my Goblin, Green Goblin from Spider-Man 3, the Sam Raimi version. I quite like that figure. And then my Biker Mice from Mars. And then a little minion with his fart gun. Then we go to Spider-Man World and Marvel Legends. So we have 2 Daredevils fighting the Kingpin. Then we have the Sinister Six, so based around the comic book. Then we have the Chameleon, Hydra, loads of villains as you've known them. Puma, Stiltman, a massive Venom that I got, and I think it's an icon figure, so he sits there. With obviously then my Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, normal Silk, J. Jonah Jameson, a few alternate Spider-Mans that I just have sitting around. Superior Spider-Man, another Vulture, different style, leading all the way up to like my ensemble. So here, this is kind of stuff that was toys or series that I remember as cartoons. So we have Conan, Centurions, Exo Squad, Dungeons and Dragons, Cowboys of Moon Mesa here, with Digimon, Barnyard Commandos here, Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go, a Donald from a new Disney. Then we have obviously Earthworm Jim figures with a Sectar creature, the Addams Family figures, a few more Earthworm Jim, and then Bucky O'Hare, more or less the complete wave in the back with a load of Frog Troopers. We move down to here, we have NECA's Defenders of the Earth, the complete 6-figure right there. King Arthur and the Knights of Justice here, mostly complete, just missing a few little bits with there. A almost complete Double Dragons, just missing Billy's weapon. So this has a red weapon. That's the only thing I'm missing, and I have all the figures. Some Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, some Botsmaster, and then Reboot. A lot of the figures from there. Going down to this line, we have Captain Simian and the Space Monkeys. Most of the figures there. Rhesus 2 is missing his brain. Pirates of Dark Water. And then Captain Planet and the Planeteers that sit there. And then in front, the Police Academy animated series. Obviously, I do need to get a pen and colour a bit in him. He's faded. I think I got him for a few quid. It's not something I see, so I think it was £2. I was like, screw it, I will do that. Going down here, we have Skeleton Warriors in the back, a mostly complete set of them with all half the accessories. Grimskull is missing his cape. I don't think Guardian's missing his gun. Then we have Stone Protectors and the villains here, and this is Blitz and Howler. Is it Howler from Cops? I was good to picked him up last year. I would like to get a few more of them. Bill and Ted from the animated version. Then we have Swamp Thing. Obviously, just missing the head for this guy is a snake. Then we have some little Thundercats figures that my wife bought me. Savonian Family and California Raisins, and then this little guy. So it's kind of an ensemble. We move down to the bottom and we have James Bond Jr. figures here. Then we have Mummies Alive. Then we have down here the Toxic Crusaders. He is from the Highlander series. This is from a kid's figure. Then we have RoboCop. So these were all picked up last year as I kind of got big into it. Speaking of, these are from the Flash Gordon series, animated I think around the 2000s. We scroll down to here, we have the complete symbiote range, or most of them. There is Riot and Agent Venom I am looking to pick up still. Then we have that really good Ghost Rider from last year with 2 Ultrons, and then the Mandalorian hiding in the back with a lovely booklet my wife made when we were first going out into the Avengers A. You kind of have MCU villains with a little Doctor Strange Q-Fig. Then MCU good guys for the most part. Then my ensemble of figures that just not quite sure where they go. Good guys and villains, and a few more villains there. More Iron Man related stuff with a lot of War Machines. The parts to Bonebreaker. And then the final section we have is my X-Men. So we start off with Professor Xavier and the original X-Men, leading on to the second team. Then it just goes Carnage, and we have Blink, Deadpool there. A few of the new ones that I picked up here, X-Factor and X-Force, littered around here. Good old Banshee, Caliban, Darwin there. Then we get into the Brotherhood and obviously the Sentinels, Apocalypse, Juggernaut, Spiral and stuff like this. And that is everything. And hopefully you liked that video. I say, hopefully you like the tour. When you see things have changed, I've got more on it and I expect to get more in this year. But I've been Cypher Sigma Toys. Hope you enjoyed the channel, and I shall see you on the next one.